We're going to talk mascara today, all the different formulas. One of the number one questions I get is, how do I keep my mascara on? It smears. I've tried everything. We're going to talk about that today. You might not like what I have to say, but hang in there because we're going to talk about all the things, all the budgets, all the different formulas. So this is mascara help. How do I keep my mascara on? And also, I'm going to real quick, before we get to the main video, I want to show you what tubing mascara looks like once you remove it, because I forgot to splice it in later in the video. So I'm going to show you. So I want you to pay attention to what tubing mascara looks like in my sink, because it's very different from any formula. And while tubing is one of my favorites, I love others. My number one's not a tubing mascara, but I do adore tubing, and I really think that everyone should try tubing at least once, okay? So stay tuned. I'm glad you're here. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Michelle Spieler, and I am a professional makeup artist of over 25 years. More importantly, today we're going to talk about mascara. I consider myself a mascara aficionado. I am a mascara enthusiast. And mascara is probably one of the most subjective items of makeup there are. Maybe concealer and foundation too, but everybody has their opinion on mascara, right? And I don't spend a lot of time putting mascara on YouTube because we all know what that looks like, but I am going to put it on for you right now. I have nothing on my lashes. I will tell you this. I'm going to put my backdrop down in a minute. When I shoot a video and there's a ton of white behind me, there's something that is called white balance, and the camera will see a lot of white, and therefore I look a little bit more dark and dull. And you'll see in a minute, I'm gonna put the backdrop down, the gray backdrop, and suddenly I'm gonna look brighter and lighter. And so I think that's why I like the backdrop so much, but I know a lot of you like seeing some space behind me, and it doesn't matter to me, you know, it's whatever. Okay, I learned a really cool tip. Oh no, my little rubber fell out of this. That is so weird. Hold please. I cannot believe my little rubber fell out of this. Also, if you are new here, I am also creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. So I've made a series of over 20 videos on mature technique. Gosh, the Jenny Patinkin is my favorite eyelash curler I've ever had, and darn it if it is not missing. Ooh, I have a lot of mascara to talk about today. We're going to talk about all the mascara today, okay? Sorry if I seem a little all over the place. I'm one of those content creators where I don't like seriously plan everything. I just, you know, I knew I was going to be doing mascara today, so I have all my mascaras out, but I didn't check to see. Anyway, okay, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to use the Shoot Uemura today, but this is not my favorite. I saw a new technique on curling your lashes, and you know, I always knew that when you curl your lashes, you start at the base and you hold it, and then you come out a little bit more, come out a little bit more, because you don't, if you just do the base, your lashes will go down and then up like a check mark. So you want to do them in succession so that the lash curls. Well, there is an amazing makeup artist on TikTok. She's also on Instagram. Her name is Erin Parsons. She's the real deal. Like, she works for a huge agency in New York. She does huge campaigns for Maybelline and magazine covers. And what's so special about Erin is she is very into vintage. She buys the original bottle of cologne that Marilyn Monroe used. She will buy like little hair rollers from the 20s and 30s and roll her hair in the exact same way. She's very authentic. She doesn't do modern day vintage. She does legit vintage makeup with vintage products. She doesn't care how old it is. She really wants to get that vintage look. And so I dig her. I dig her. She is really passionate about makeup, the history of makeup, and how to apply it the way they did back in the day. So this is what she does. Maybe this will help some of you out here, because one of the reasons I'm doing a mascara topic today is, other than asking me what's your favorite foundation, what's your favorite concealer, that's always the top questions, women want to know, how do I keep my mascara and eyeliner from smearing? And most of the time I hear mascara. My mascara smears. I've tried everything on the planet. My mascara smears. I have raccoon eyes. I've tried every formula. My mascara smears. And we're going to get to that in a minute. But first, we are going to, what she does, what Erin does, is she starts at the tip of the lashes, not the base. So I don't know if you can see, but I just got the little tip of my lashes. And now I'm gonna come in a little bit more, and now I'm doing the middle of the lash. I don't know if you can see that. And then now I'm right at the base. Now I use a lash serum so that my lashes are a little bit longer than the natural length of my lashes. But you can see already how those are standing more at attention than these. Oh yeah. So I think if your lashes are curled, they're not going to touch down here. This is what's making them smear. And some of you just have to avoid lower lashes. And I know a lot of you do. But even in film, I learned when I got into the union and got into television and film, they will not put mascara on women's lower lashes. They'll either professionally tint them, or they might do the tiniest bit of mascara and then wipe it all off just so it tints their lashes. But they said, all the film makeup artists said that mascara on lower lashes, especially for women over 40, cast shadows and can end up making you look more hollowed out. And that just always stuck with me. And I was in my 30s at the time. Okay, so now I'm going to do the tips. So we're curling backwards. We're curling the tips first. Now we're curling the middle of the lash. She keeps her lashes in there the whole time, but that makes me blink too much. And now I'm doing the base. It's so close I can almost feel skin pinching, but you just be careful and do it your way, okay? And those are really at attention. Now, when you curl those correctly and you have a good curler, you have to have a good curler. Just like I want you to buy pro quality brushes to have for life, you have to have a good quality eyelash curler. Shu Uemura is the #1 eyelash curler for professional makeup artists. They're hard to find. They used to be at every Nordstrom. They used to be at Barney's New York. There was a Shu Uemura counter in many high-end luxury department stores. But now you can only find Shu Uemura online, or maybe I'll find a link for you. But Jenny Patinkin, if I didn't have the rubber missing, she sent this to me and I said, holy moly, Jenny, I think I like this more than Shu Uemura. I didn't think that was possible. And of course, she just got the biggest kick in the world because every makeup artist knows Shu Uemura. But I love Jenny Patinkin, but doggone it, if the little rubber bounced out. And it probably happened when I went to California. So today I am going to do, Lancome sent me these and I thought, oh, what a fun thing to do. We'll do it on camera. I'm going to do one eye with a booster and one eye without a booster. I used to think boosters were just a way for companies to make more money off of us. And true, they do make more money when they're selling a booster and a mascara. But I always told women, if you are putting a booster on, like a lash primer, you're going to use less mascara. So you'll have both pieces longer, if that makes any sense. And for women who really like longer, thicker lashes than they would otherwise have, the booster makes a lot of sense. Now, because I curled my lashes so well, it almost looks like I have a lash perm. I'm kid you not. They are like total C shape. But that's good, because if you can get your lashes up in a total C shape, and you have to have the right tool. I am so sorry to tell you that Revlon or Tweezerman or Elf or, you know, I'm so sorry to tell you that those are not going to work as well. They're just not. Trust me, I'm a 25-year pro. Now, if you have an inexpensive lash curler and you love it and it holds your lashes up all day, rock it. Far be it for me to tell you to go get something better. If it's working for you, it's working for you. And that's amazing. Okay, now we're going to use the Teint Idol mascara. Lancome was always my #1 mascara for many, many years. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Okay, see, when they're flat on one end and chunky on the other, it really gets at the base of the eye better. So I'm going to try to get at the base of the eyelash. And then, because when your base of your eyelash is really, really dark, when that base is just dark all the way to the root. Okay, my eyes are feeling dark, and I'm looking at this mirror over here and they're not dark, and it's because of the white background. I'll show you in a minute what I mean, okay? I'm going to come back and talk about all the mascaras, drugstore, curling mascaras, tubing mascaras, waterproof. We're going to talk about all of it today, okay? Because mascara is one of those items that I always said, if I was on a desert island, that would be the one thing, the one piece of makeup. You know, that if you only had one thing of makeup to take, what would you take? Mascara. Because if I'm on a desert island, I'm probably going to get tan. If I'm on a desert island, I'm probably going to get rosy cheeks. I'm going to get cute little freckles across the nose or the cheeks. Yeah, I probably would need a lip balm, but maybe I could find some coconut milk or salve or something to put on, aloe vera gel or something. But I love me some mascara. I love mascara. I don't feel like myself without mascara. Did you see how I went on the tops of the lashes? Do y'all do that? Going on the top side of the lashes. Okay. Holy moly, can you see that? Okay, let's do the other eye without. We're not using the booster on the other eye. We're just going straight in with mascara. Already, they're looking shorter. I'm not trying to sell you a booster, y'all. I don't care. I don't have a dog in that hunt, but, or is it a dog in the fight? I think it's I don't have a dog in the fight, right? Wow. I'm noticing a big difference. The booster made my lashes longer. Ooh, my eyes look so dark. And they're not dark in person. Okay. Do you see how meticulous I am with mascara? This is why I don't waste your time on videos putting mascara on, because I'm really meticulous. That's why gluing fake lashes on is almost quicker. It's almost quicker for me. Okay, look at that. Holy moly. Holy moly. Okay. I don't know if you can tell, but these are longer than these because of the booster. Okay. So you're seeing it here. I do believe the booster does make a difference. This is the Lancome Teint Idole. They sent this to me. This is PR gifted, and I freaking love it. But I love Lancome mascaras. They're some of my top. If I look back on my whole life, they're some of my top mascaras. Okay. I'll be back in a minute because I'm going to put the gray down. I want you to see the difference, and then we're going to talk mascara. Okay, I'm back. Do you see how I just look lighter and brighter? I mean, of course I put blush on, but like my skin looks lighter and brighter. I don't look as deep because I'm not competing with that light background. So the camera's trying to figure out the white balance. But look at the lashes. You can see how they're longer here than here. So that booster really does help. Okay. I always rate my mascaras on my favorite, and I'm going to tell you, and you probably already know this because you've watched me for some time, but my very, very favorite mascara is, where is it? It's Jones Road. It's Jones Road mascara. I absolutely love it. It's clean. So for those of you who have been following me since my clean beauty days and you're here for clean recommendations, I will always do clean beauty recommendations. I love Jones Road. I have a video coming up for a whole Jones Road spring look. I love Kosas. I love Ilia. Ilia makes great mascara. My daughter has it. She loves it more than me, so I'm not featuring it today, but it's great if you want long lashes. She doesn't like thick and chunky. I'm Tammy Faye Baker style, so I like them long, thick, and chunky. I love House Labs. I love Say Beauty. There's so many clean brands I love. But Jones Road, I just fell in love with their mascara. It's a big, fat, curved teddy bear brush. It really lengthens and thickens, and it is my favorite mascara. I can do about 2 coats on each eye, and it's just my favorite. So if you're like me, if you like a long, thick, dark, dramatic lash, you will love Jones Road. You could put it on more sheer too. I would rather go with a formula like this that you could make sheer. As a professional makeup artist, I can make products sheer, but you can never take a sheer lengthening formula and make it thick and chunky. So that's why I love this. We'll talk drugstore in a minute. Okay, my favorite leading up to that point has always been tubing mascara. Tubing mascara is the best mascara I've ever used. So here's what I am having trouble understanding from a lot of women out there. I will talk about tubing mascara, and I've used Thrive for years. I'm going to show you in a minute what it looks like when you take it off, but the tubing mascara, this is Victoria Beckham. This is the one that I'll show you in the video. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so this is a tubing mascara, and it has this type of thin, slightly curved brush. The Thrive, let me show you. The Thrive has a thicker brush with like little silicone points. And then this is also a tubing mascara from drugstore. This is Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes, also a tubing mascara. This is only $5, and it's got a fat teddy bear brush, okay? What tubing mascara does and why I love it, especially living in the swampy summers of the Southeast, it coats each lash with a tube. So I want you to think of hollow spaghetti. There's spaghetti, and then there's hollow spaghetti with, you could blow through it like a straw. It's almost putting little straws around your lashes because it uses a polymer blend, okay? So it will not come off with even like Lancome Bifacil makeup remover. It will not come off with micellar water. It will not come off with a foaming cleanser. Tubing mascara is designed because of these polymers that release with warm water, it will come off with warm, hot water, and they slide off in little tubes, and it leaves a mess in the sink. So you have to, really clean, wash your sink. You don't have to use cleanser. You have to really rinse your sink after you use it. But I'd rather have a mess in my sink than a mess all over my eyes. Now, I am someone who can get a little bit of smearing with mascara under the eye as your lashes start to like droop during the day. Or I look down a lot. If I'm a makeup artist and I'm on set, I'm looking down a lot, or I'm looking at my phone a lot, right? And so we get smeared under the eye because our lashes start to fall and then they touch right here. With tubing mascara, that has never happened. Tubing mascara has never flaked, smeared, gotten in my eye. It's like it stays in place until you take it off with warm, hot water removal. And I have put this to the test countless summers now, working in Wilmington, which is even more swampy than here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've worked 16-hour days in the nasty heat, humidity, hair looking crazy, and the tubing mascara does not budge until I take it off. It doesn't budge. And when women tell me, I tried that, it got all over the place, it flaked all over me. First of all, I don't know how it flaked because tubing mascara is incapable of flaking. I don't know how it's smeared unless it's really humid or you're a humid person. I mean, I can get this close to my husband's face and feel the humidity coming off of him. So if you know this about yourself, if you are someone who's just always kind of perspiry, if you're always kind of humid, maybe. I mean, I've personally not seen that with me, but I'm gonna take your word for it. If you've had trouble with tubing mascara, maybe let us know in comments. Also, tubing mascara, I don't care what the brand is. L'Oreal Double Extend is also tubing mascara. Wink, W-I-N-C, is a tubing mascara. They are one coat only. You can't go back in with a second coat. They put a tube on your lashes and then you're done. You don't go in with a second or third coat. And anytime someone has gone in with a second or third coat, they'll say, oh, it's really chunky, or it's not building up, it's just building weird. Well, it's not meant to build up. It is a one coat mascara, creates a tube, boom, okay? I am a huge fan of tubing mascara, especially May through September, living in the humidity. Absolutely love it. And these are great ones. $5. This is $24. And I don't know how much Victoria Beckham is. She sent this to me, and I used to just use it on my lower lashes, but recently I've been using it on my upper lashes, and it is so pretty. Okay. Next, I want to go to another clean mascara. There weren't a lot of mascaras in the clean beauty market, and now, of course, all brands make them. And like I said, my daughter loves Ilia, and her Gen Z generation tends to love the Ilia mascara, which I believe is $22. But this Honest Beauty, it's hard to find Honest makeup at Target. It's usually empty, or the Target just doesn't have it. You have to get it online. But Honest Beauty makes a beautiful mascara, and it also has one side of the booster primer, and then one side is the mascara. And even though I like a thicker, chunkier mascara, I was real impressed with the length and the volume that the Honest gave me. Now, they sent this to me last summer. I had zero expectations for this, but my friend Julie loved this, and y'all, this is a great mascara. It might be $15 or $16, but it's a great mascara. Okay, then we started a big trend. I can't remember when, maybe last May or June, Max Stack. Max Stack made a mascara that you could build easily 3-4 layers. Now, most mascaras, even my Jones Road, I don't do more than 2 layers because it just does get too Tammy Faye for me. And even though I say I like Tammy Faye, I still want to look pretty close up. So I want dramatic lashes, but I don't want them like balls and chunks all over them like she did. So I just make that joke. But the Max Stack is a mascara by MAC. you can literally do a third or fourth coat and it just keeps getting prettier and prettier. This was real hit or miss. Some people loved it, some people didn't. To me, I would say this would make my top 10 mascaras, but definitely not my top 3, okay? I'll tell you what my top 3 are at the end, but you probably already know. And then this year, YSL sent me mascara, and theirs is nice, but there's so many nice mascaras on the market. I don't know that I would pay for this, except the brown. Nobody makes this rich brown. Nobody in the drugstore. If you know of a rich brown in the drugstore, could you let us know? Because I've looked. Gracie's helped me look. Gracie wanted rich brown from the drugstore. We could only find black brown. It's very hard to find rich brown. So if you know of one in the drugstore, please let me know. We have both looked twice now. I even looked online, Amazon. So I love this. And then I believe Too Faced makes a brown. And I think today or tomorrow, I think Ulta has it for 50% off. So I'm going to get one and I'll let you know. But by the time you watch this, it'll be Saturday and the sale will be over. So I love the YSL for the brown, but I don't know that I would invest in this much for a mascara for the black. I think there's just better ones out there. Not that it's not good, but for the price, I think there's better ones, okay? Then we had a huge controversial trend. Holy moly, Telescopic Lift. Boy, was this a big mess. One of the more popular TikTokers in the beauty realm. She's a beauty influencer. She's very young. She's like 23, 24. She has 14 million followers. She put this on. She put it on one eye and showed it, and it was nice. And then she said, I'm going in for another coat. I'm going in for another coat. By the end of the video, it was extremely obvious she had on little half lashes out here, because when you zoomed in, you could see her natural lashes looked like this, a little dark and thick and dramatic. And then you could see lots and lots of tiny, thin ones, you know, kind of like how the edge of these look. See how feathery they are and tiny. And everyone accused her of lying, and she just got off social media for 2 weeks and never talked about it. So it's just alleged, but boy, when you zoom in, it sure looks like a fake lash. Anyway, this sold out nationwide. And so she did something right, I guess. But I loved this. I bought this before the controversy. This was a December mascara for me. I took this to California. The one thing I loved about it is it kept my lashes standing up. My lashes really stood up all day. It never kind of drooped down. And it's called Telescopic Lift for that reason. It keeps your lashes lifted. I think this mascara might be like $14.95, and it has a really unique brush. So the flat edge really gets to the base of the lash, and then it's almost like a comb. But I wasn't prepared to like this when I saw the brush, but this really lengthens and thickens and keeps my lashes lifted all day long, and I love it. I did notice though, because my lashes are long and then curled and then this stayed up, I would get some little polka dots up here. Especially one day I was at Disneyland and I noticed some little polka dots just from the tips of my lashes, but I can just brush that away. It wasn't a big deal to me. And that happens with a lot of mascaras where I'll get little polka dots up here just because my lashes are so long and it hits my brow bone. Okay, but I love this mascara. Maybelline makes a cheaper one. Or I should say less expensive. Cheaper sounds like it's inferior. I couldn't find it. I found it on Amazon. It wasn't going to be here in time, and I couldn't find it. It's always sold out because I don't think they stock a lot of it, but it's in a yellow tube. It's definitely by Maybelline, and it's like called Curl Extend or something, but it's meant to curl and lift the lashes. So look for that. If you don't want to do the telescopic, try the Maybelline. It's in a bright yellow tube. Milani also is well known for their mascara, and this one's really nice. Again, it's kind of a big fat teddy bear brush. This did a great job. I think it's under 10 bucks. I was not mad at it. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I have too many favorites. Another one I heard some beauty podcasters talk about was the Revolution Revolution is a makeup brand you can get at Ulta. It's in their drugstore section. It's, I think, from the UK. This is called their Extra Dimension Mascara. It's called their 5D Lash, and also kind of a nice brush. Maybe not as teddy bear as I like, but it's a nice brush. And it did a great job. It lengthened and thickened. Again, I probably would not go and repurchase this just because I have so many I like. And also there's still so many out there to try. And then this was a huge trend on TikTok about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. This is the Maybelline Sky High. My daughter didn't love this. She's 15. It has kind of the spiky silicone, which I used to hate because it would poke my eyes out, but now I think I'm a little bit more careful. I use always a magnification mirror so I'm not getting too close to my eye and stabbing my eye. But I'll tell you what, it was nice enough, and this is probably $7.95, and it was fine. It did a great job. Also, if you know that L'Oreal is their sister companies to Lancome, then you know that they share a lot of the same patents. So for 25 years or more, definitely since the 90s, I have always kept L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in my kit. I get the carbon black, so it's black, black, black. I can build it up how I want. As a professional makeup artist, we have, you know, these are Q-tips, but we have individual mascara wands, so I never double dip. There's no cross-contamination. So I just make sure to always get a mascara wand, a disposable mascara wand that's a little bit more chunky teddy bear, because then I can decide if someone is going to have a thick lash or a sheer lash. And almost always, especially for special occasions, women like to have lashes or at least lashes out on the end. So I can really work with that L'Oreal Voluminous very well. I used to send a lot of clients to get it because they owned the same they're the same patents as Lancome. And it's for only about $10, maybe $8.95 for the L'Oreal Voluminous. And it is a very nice mascara, and I would say it's a dupe to Definicils. So if you remember Lancome Definicils, it was like their #1 mascara in the 90s. It still does really well. It has a cult following. I would say L'Oreal Voluminous is very similar to Definicils. I also had the Pat McGrath this year that I bought. It was kind of like, it might have been, it was either a gift with purchase, or I think they said this was like 50% off when I did a big Pat McGrath. I loved this. This was my #1 mascara. It has kind of more of like almost the #8 shape, which is also Too-Faced makes a shape like this. And it was my #1 until Jones Road Beauty came along. So this got knocked off the podium. And because this is quite pricey, Pat McGrath, and I don't think it's clean, I just love the Jones Road mascara. Lastly, I just bought this, and I haven't used it, so I have to be honest, but this is the new MAC Dry Shampoo Mascara. Now, I went to the MAC store the other day. I get a nice professional discount. And I don't know if you can see this, but here is, you know, a normal lash. And then this is how it looks with this new Dry Shampoo Mascara. They literally call it the Dry Shampoo Mascara. This is not a dry shampoo. Like, you know, it's not gonna, you know, buy us another day with our hair. What they mean by this is you can wear, let's say I wear my Jones Road all day and I want to go out that night and I just kind of want to lengthen and refresh them a little bit. My lashes are looking a little dull and sad and I want to refresh them. You can take this, go right over your day's mascara, and it will lengthen and refresh, rehydrate. It rehydrates your lashes so they look fresh again. Again, I haven't used this, and I'm going to use it right now real quick just to show you. But it's not meant to go over waterproof mascara, so no waterproof mascara, and it's not meant to go over tubing mascara. So it has to be traditional mascara. It's really cool. MAC's doing some cool things right now, and I'm happy because I'm an original MAC girl. So here is the wand. You can see that the bristles or spikes are spaced far apart, and the reason is because they know you already have chunky mascara on, and It's meant to rehydrate. So we'll see. If you are not someone who takes your daytime makeup into evening, this just might not be a product you would ever need. I could see it working really well. Like, it'd be a great vacation. You know, if you were going to Europe and you kind of had mascara on all day and you just wanted to refresh a little bit to go out to dinner. Or if you work all day and you have plans with friends, or, you know, your boyfriend or husband is taking you out and you just want to kind of refresh. I mean, look at that. That's really nice. And I do see it really built it up. And it didn't make it clunky. It just made them kind of longer and darker. But I'm not telling you you need this. I'm just saying there's nothing like this on the market. I've never heard of a mascara hydrator refresher at the end of the day. And again, it does not work over waterproof or tubing. That is solely for regular mascara. And then lastly, I want to talk to you about waterproof. For so many women, waterproof is the only thing that works. But waterproof can be heavy. Your lashes can fall during the day. Now, granted, it's not going to transfer because it's waterproof, but I find waterproof really hard to take off. I can't stand taking it off at the end of the day. I do keep waterproof in my kit for brides or mother of the brides, anyone who thinks they're going to get emotional. I don't use it for television, film, or commercial, but I do use it for weddings. And the way I look at it is, I'm going to make your lashes stay all day. They're going to be amazing, but I don't have to deal with you taking them off at the end of the night. So what do I care if it's waterproof? But that's literally why I hate waterproof. I hate removing it. And it can be really harsh on the lashes over time and very drying. So some of you swear by waterproof. Maybe in comments you can tell us your favorite and why. Tell us why. If you're going to tell us what your favorite mascara is, don't just put the name. Tell us why you like that, okay? But I'm just not a fan of waterproof. I've never been a fan of waterproof. If I go to Hawaii, I just opt for not wearing anything on my lashes. I just won't wear it. I just don't like removing it. And it feels very harsh and brittle on my lashes. But for some of you, that's the only thing that works. And to you, I would say, bravo, keep it up. Tate, come here. And then lastly, come here. It's Daddy. Come here. Come here. Come here right now. Come here. Lastly, I would say, to those of you who have told me that you've tried every mascara out there, every formula, waterproof or not, you've tried every brush, you have, you know, omitted it from your lower lashes. Sometimes, and nobody really knows the reason why, but sometimes you just aren't a candidate for wearing a long-wearing mascara. Sometimes, like I said, women can be a little bit more, I don't know, humid, you know, let's not say sweaty, but let's say humid. Sometimes if you carry a little extra weight in your face, you know, you might have more of a cheek up here and the lashes can hit that. Maybe you're not curling them properly. That's why I started the video with curling them, and holy moly, does that work. That is a great technique. I'll put the Shoe Uemura and the Jenny Patinkin, and it's not her fault. It's not a bad design that this rubber came out, but I traveled with this and I think that's what happened. And yeah, there's just some women who, I don't know why tubing mascara doesn't work on some people. It's literally meant to work on everyone. So I don't know if you're putting on too many coats. I don't know if you're maybe just, you know, because it's warm water removal and maybe you're in humidity and maybe you sweat a little bit, or maybe this is very humid, you know, maybe for those reasons tubing comes off on you. I just don't know. I just think there are some women that are just, that is your plight in life, is you cannot keep mascara and eyeliner on. It smears. It gets all over your eye. It gets all over your under eye. I would say in your purse, I always have one of these in my purse, but a small size, okay? And I always have those little tiny Q-tips. And sometimes you just have to touch up during the day. And I'm sorry that that's your plight, but we all have our plight, okay? We all have our little weird things that don't work for some and work for others. And that's all I wanted to say. So I hope that was educational. Obviously, you know, I have about 20 maybe do I have 15? I have about 15 mascaras here. I have another Lancome one that I couldn't find, but I really like it. It's their wheat. It's shaped like a number 8 and it's made with like waxes. But that doesn't work for everyone either, but it's really nice. And yeah, there's other mascaras. I just didn't want to overwhelm you. I wanted you just to get a gist, but definitely my number 1 of all time is Jones Road. And then my number 2 is Tubing Mascara. And I love the Thrive, but I also really love the Victoria Beckham. So those are my top. If I had to go drugstore, my top would be Telescopic Lift because it really keeps your lashes up all day. So those are my top 3 picks of probably the past 12 months, or at least let's say since last summer. Those are my top 3 picks, but so many good ones here. I've loved them all. If I didn't love it, it goes right in the trash, or I take it immediately back to the store. So save your receipts. I do take stuff back. I'm not going to pay my hard-earned money for something if I absolutely hate it. So a lot of these that I've kept are, oh, these are nice, so I keep them. But if I don't like it, it goes in the trash or it goes back. I always keep a receipt, okay? Anyway, let's see. Tate wants to say bye. And we want to remind you that God loves you so much, and so do we. Bye for now.